our recording team. Part 2.
Part 2.
Playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition on a Sunday, are we? Bringing you 2 episodes in a row. Indeed, 3 episodes in a row, because there'll be another one. It just turns out our free RPG Day adventure was... there's still a bit more to do. There's still a bit more, so we thought, why not? Let's do another one. Let's make another little episode here. Let's find out what these insane molasses-covered kobolds will do with the rest of their expedition. Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the Danger Club podcast Free RPG Day special. How are you doing, everybody?
Cool, that rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Gosh. The DCP RPG Free Day. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It's the perfect weather for staying in and playing some role-playing games. It's hideous out there.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
It's gross, isn't it? It's properly rolled in. That storm is
cold weekend.
Sorry,
cold
is
weekend.
Candice still with us?
Yeah, I came back.
Hi.
How about that? You didn't scare me off.
Hey.
Oh, it'd be dreadful if we had, wouldn't it?
I knew I should have dressed like a doll this morning. God damn it. Peer on Zoom.
That would have done it, James. That would have done it.
We did establish after the last episode that Candice has a mortal fear of her own doll that she's hidden somewhere in her house. A cricket doll. Not a doll of a cricket, because that would be... Well, I don't know. Was it a doll of a cricket, Candice?
No,
Jiminy Cricket?
The name was Cricket. I don't know if anyone is of an age similar to mine where they would remember this.
I'm well young.
That had a tape cassette in its back that you put tapes into play. And she talked and things, and it was... I loved...
That big Decepticon, the purple Decepticon who had the 4 other Decepticons that turned into shapes.
Soundwave, yeah.
Shockwave.
Yeah, very
Shockwave.
very
We're not
similar.
doing our hair, James.
Very similar to Soundwave.
We're not doing our hair! That was that Decepticon's power.
Shockwave.
He was sponsored by L'Oreal.
I'm just going to do my hair.
Quickly, VO5. Do his hair. Yes. Yes, indeed. No, not like that, because they were cool tapes that came out and did something useful and relevant in modern society still, whereas audio tapes are just audio tapes, aren't they? I used to have so many.
I still have some cassette tapes somewhere.
They're coming back. They're coming back, aren't they?
They're never coming back,
No, they're
Colin.
coming back.
Everything's
Yeah,
come back
people
at
are
some point.
people are releasing their albums on cassette tape for a laugh.
I'll get it.
Actually, a friend of mine's band did do that. They
go.
released their latest EP on a cassette tape. No one bought it.
There's something about going
Why?
back to the analog state of things. Like, you know, we've had the digital
reason that
age for
people-
such a while.
But yeah, same reason people buy vinyl still.
Yeah,
It doesn't sound.
Yeah,
I think
but
it's something
because
tangible.
vinyls-
There's a
Vinyls, I can understand, because vinyls do have a warmer sound, that very distinctive vinyl sort of sound, because it is a needle on a record. But tapes were just a poor... They were no good. I grew up through the era of tapes, and they weren't very good. Getting a pen, having to wind it round, and the tape would come out, and they're a pain.
tweet us
Do you reckon
cassettes.
Soundwave ever
Yeah,
had
come
to
at
do
us.
that?
Yes.
What, with his
Soundwave's
little
ever just
dog?
there with laser beak
getting
with
a
a pencil, just like...
Yeah.
Sorry, I just have to rewind this.
Come here. Come here, Penciltron. Right.
Penciltron's like, no.
You're always
checking,
whipping your bird.
James, was the era of tapes before or after the dwarves' push for Sky in Galarian? Was that before or after? Was that the Bone years? Or
It was about the same time. I mean, it's a common misconception that the Dwarven's push for Sky was started by a mixtape of Enya. Somehow it found itself even down into the crust of the earth itself, and the dwarves listened to it were like, yes, I want to sail on a ship. So up they went.
Well,
Sail
I, for one,
away,
am very
sail
happy of
away.
this.
Sail away, to the sky, to the sky, to the sky. That's what they used to sing.
I mean, I, for one, am very happy with this gradual going back to old format, because I have quite the collection of mini discs, which would be nice to bring out again.
I don't think they're going to come back. I don't think
They
we're
never
gonna get
came
to
in.
a stage where...
Wow. Yeah.
They never happened. Like, don't worry, we're all going to be using mini discs in 10 years. Nobody did. Except for a couple of
straight
people
back
who
to-
still harp on about how good they are.
Go and get your Reef album.
Then straight back to 8-track.
Yeah.
Let's pick up Little Trouble in Big Absalom, our free RPG Day adventure. I'll say this is longer than the one we played last year. This is longer than We Be Heroes. You get quite a bit of adventure for this, and it's making me wonder if Paizo are going to keep with these kobolds like they did with the goblins. One thing I would love to do one day is play the We Be Goblins saga, and it would be a long-running thing because they did, over 5 years, they brought out a new goblins adventure every year, and each one you level up and you play the next one each year, and they do them for free. And they're all evil. They're all horrible goblins. They're not the ones we played last time. But by the end of it, I won't spoil the ending of it, but they're in Lost Omens Legends, the new book about the incredibly powerful heroes of Golarion that is coming out at Gen Con. Like, they're in it. So there is a whole story that we could explore. I wonder if we'll get that with the kobolds. In terms of if you want to run this yourself, you can pick up a copy, and it's pretty easy to run. You need the bestiary for some of the monsters. There's one monster in this part, which is in bestiary 2, which is up to you whether you like getting extra bestiaries or not. But all of the monster stats are on Archives of Nethys, so you can download those all. So you can literally play this whole adventure for free if you like.
Yes.
Molasses not included.
Yes. And if you do want to give it a try, as usual, the Danger Club is not doing this in exhaustive detail, so there will be things that you will find out, be like, why didn't they do this? And we're like, we played with sugar. So yeah, give it a try. It's really good work.
There was there's a wonderful description of where the mushrooms come from in it, which we have not even touched. So you can find, if you like horrible stew and forced politeness, there is an entire encounter in there that you will absolutely love. But we're past that now. We're into part 2 of the adventure. The
Stu isn't that horrible, is he?
Stu Jackson, made with mushrooms in a basement. Stu. That's another bit of Stu's lore.
Have we now created an alternate version of Stu Jackson called Horrible Stew, who's made of mushrooms?
For those of us
it's got to be better than Pooh Jackson, right?
For those of us just tuning in to the Danger Club podcast, if you've never listened to this before, he's a regular listener, so you know.
I, for one, think that Horrible Stew is way worse than Pooh Jackson. I think one's a light-hearted banter and one's a direct character assassination upon his name. But I'll let Stu decide. Stu, shout out.
We'll get a poll up for you, Stu.
Yeah, we'll get it up there. Not a difficult decision at all. Do you prefer being made of poo or mushrooms? That's with horrible in front of your name. You know, it's one of those common dilemmas.
Big up, Stu.
Yeah,
we love you, Stu. We love you.
If you like kobolds, here's a good segue for you. Right now on Tales from the 20 side, me and James are guesting on a mini-series that Stu is GMing, and he's doing a real good job on it. It's a really good adventure. But some of the kobolds that have been mentioned earlier on in this adventure may crop up. Not these specific ones, but the Kobolds of Absalom do feature in that adventure. So Tales from the 20 side, you can hear Stu GMing for us, and kobolds being on the other side. Unfortunately not rolling this horrible numbers that Colin has been rolling through this. So there is a great fanfare for you. There is another great... It's the same guys with bugles. They're just round the corner. They've just been waiting to play another fanfare, and they come running back in once things are safe. And they play a great trumpeting fanfare for you having secured the great treasures of the tomb. The tomb is this tomb of great giants and their kobold friends. And as you look through, you find that in the drawers in Camilla's room, you find there are lots of suits of clothing, exactly made for kobolds. Tiny sailor suits and beautiful dresses, which will fit neatly over your armor. So if any of you would wish to wear any of these outfits, then I'm sure you will find ones that suit you very well.
I'd certainly like to look at some of the dresses. They sound nice.
There we are. You have Isney now has a beautiful dress.
While he's looking at the dresses, Rin is just eating all the remainder of the biscuits on the plate.
Take 20 on a biscuit.
Yeah, it's my favourite. See, they're custard beams. Yeah, very nice. Are there any wooden toys like laying around?
There are a few. You have a good search through the treasure, and you find a number of knights on horseback, slightly worn, and you find a king and queen amongst it that you're able to add to your set.
Lovely.
Quite the set of toys now.
Yeah.
Does Simic take the knights.
Simic takes the knights, yeah.
Grimnir's watching very closely.
So I got like loads of knights now that the dragon can swoop down and burn from the skies.
Yeah, burn. Yeah.
Grimnir narrows her eyes and slunks away, satisfied at this answer.
Yeah. Apart from one, he whispers.
Spanky the Knight.
Schism. So Mick, the tunnel master, comes striding through with leaning on his staff as all the other kobolds begin taking the treasures of the cavern back towards your homeland. He says,
"Oh, truly you are the greatest heroes in the history of the Hookclaw tribe. You have done a great thing here by securing this great bounty of treasures from the giants above. But there is one last thing I must ask of you. Our scouts have looked beyond the great door, and they say that there is a great stair carved into the very stones of the earth itself that rises to who knows where. Tell me, brave, heroic away team, will you brave the upper reaches of the caverns, find out what is up there, and bring further glory to the tribe?"
Nah.
All right,
Alright then.
Yeah, I quite fancy going up. I've always wanted to go a bit further up. That would definitely be interesting. Thank you.
We could burn.
Samik is over the other side just playing with his toys.
Samik, stop playing with yourself. Come on, we're going upstairs.
Perhaps you will find some great treasure. Perhaps you will find a dragon.
Ooh.
Perhaps you will find terrifying creatures. Who can say? Maybe more biscuits.
Oh, yes,
Either
love a
way.
bit of biscuit.
Either way, it'll take us a while to flog all of this stuff, so good luck to all of you. And the kobolds open the great door and blow a furious fanfare for you again as you stare up at a huge set of stairs carved into the earth that rise up through the cavern above to where there is a great wooden hatch with a rusted lock on it. You can see some light coming in from
What does a furious fanfare sound like, Dan? I don't think of... Oh,
Well, if
Yes,
you're
you're
not
right.
going to play it on your ocarina,
that is making me furious. That is, yeah, that's very...
Grimnir's just like, something not right about us going so far and bringing things back and the treasures they seem to... But just the trumpets, they are so urgent and furious that I feel compelled to go on.
All right, let's do it, yeah.
it's like reverse dwarven legend, isn't it? It's like we delved too high. Unleashed something.
Rin goes up to the door and examines it, gives it a shove.
Cool. So you climb up. So climbing up these stairs, because you're 3 feet tall. So climbing up these stairs is like, it's like a toddler trying to climb up the stairs. You're like having to crawl up each one to get to the top. But you all make it at the very top, and then you examine it. You look at the lock on this hatch. The hatch is locked, but the lock looks very, very rusty. So you reckon with a bit of effort, it would probably come away.
All right. I'd like to...
Smash it.
Yes.
Quick note. Sorry. Isney did go back and pick up her trowel from where she threw it at the duck earlier.
Cool.
I just
enough.
wanted to know that
Tell you're a
before
fan of
we
this show.
leave.
Before we do anything else, before we meet some sort of crazy dragon or whatever, I'm going to take a potion. I've got a minor healing potion, so I'm going to take that.
Oh, I can do some healing for you if you like.
Just before he goes to drink it, he's like,
Do you want some healing?
Oh.
I can do you some healing.
"Oh yeah,
Does anyone else need healing?
thank you very much."
Anyone else?
Well, nah, I'm alright. Well,
No, you're all right.
if I could quantify in numerical terms, I'm about 2 off the top, but, I'm
What
alright.
about you?
See, I'm on an 11, so
Have what?
18.
I don't know what that means, but I can
it's weirdly
certainly give you some
specific.
healing. That's fine. Does anyone else need any healing? No. Okay. All right. I'll do some healing for you then.
I do not need it. I am sustained by the rage of dragons.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. 6. You get 6 health.
6 points. All right.
I didn't think you'd actually taken any damage from anything.
I took a massive hit from that duck.
He
Not a
says
sentence
grimly,
you hit.
remember the duck? The front lines fell. We were flanked from behind by ducks.
Yeah.
Took a massive hit from that duck. Right, so I would like to take my short sword and try and prise open the lock, please.
All right, give me a strength check. Put your sword in there. You try and prise it off.
This isn't going to be very good. No, 6.
It starts to bend, but it doesn't quite come open.
Nah.
Can I just go up and just dribble out of my mouth a load of acid onto it until like it starts sizzling away the rusted bit? Would that work?
Absolutely. Yeah. So you go up, you dribble acid over the lock, and it sizzles. And after a couple of moments, it's just a string of.
You're well weird.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the rusted lock breaks and just drops with a clunk to the floor.
That's put me off my biscuits.
They're pieces of wood, you nincompoop.
Biscuits. The door bonds. Right, come on.
Door bonds! Oh, I hate that. I laughed at that. I hate myself for laughing at that. Oh, God.
Come on.
Just drop
through
that.
the
You can see I'm drinking on Zoom. I nearly spat my tea out. Oh, I hate you. Right.
Right.
You creak the door open. And you, as you push open the door, you look around and you can see that you are in what looks like a kitchen. The walls are made from wood in here. It is strangely warm. As you look around, you can see that there are rugs lying on the ground. There are tables set on which there are plates with something piled upon them, many plates. There are little counters everywhere with small doilies under everything. There are just doilies everywhere. There are little knitted sheep sat on shelves all around. Whoever is here loves knitting. There is a throw over the cuddly bench which is sat in the side, and there is a figure stood with their back to the where you're peering out of the hatch. It is a figure wearing a blue dress, and you can see that they have tufty ears sticking up. They have fur, and they have a bun of hair tied up at the back. You can see they are tending to something on one of the tables. You hear, "Now, where did I leave my glasses?" from the figure. What would you all like
Tufty
to
ears.
do?
Yeah. Hello, Tufty.
Yeah.
Tufty.
Hello, Tufty ears, yeah. Oh. Look
What
at
was
you.
that? The figure, this gigantic figure that towers over you, turns around. You can see it has a feline face, an old-looking cat face with long whiskers drooping down.
Is this Grandma Boots?
It is looking around. It is indeed Grandma Boots.
Yeah.
And sitting on a table a little away from it are a pair of spectacles. As the cat folk sort of looks around, says, you can see she squints at you as you're peering out. Says, "Who's there? Is that children? Here, come closer. I'm sorry. I've lost my glasses, so I can't see very well. Come, little ones. If you come for my birthday party, there's been people dropping by with well wishes all day. Here, let me get you some cookies." She She looks at the table and then takes down a plate of actual biscuits.
Oh.
Go on, I'll only eat them myself, and then I'll be a fat cat.
Take a biscuit.
Thank you very much.
Rin takes a
Take a
biscuit,
biscuit.
takes a bite, and goes,
It's not very hard. It's a bit soft.
It has a wonder. It is soft and it tastes of cinnamon. They are freshly baked. It says, thank you so much for coming by. It's so good of some of the local children to drop by on old Grandma on her birthday. And what are your names?
Rin.
Isney, nice to meet you. And this is Precious.
My name is Sameek.
Grimnir, scion of dragon mages and blood heir to dragons.
Oh, of course you are. She sort of ruffles the top of your head. And goes, oh, a very strange feeling hat you have there. Yeah, I wonder, little ones, since it's my birthday, I wonder if you might do old Grandma Boots a favor. You see, I hear that my neighbor, Jerry Flynn, has gone out for the day. He's gone to the bazaar. He borrowed from me he borrowed my hedge trimmer from me the other day, and he hasn't given it back. I wonder if you could just pop over to his garden and pick it up for me. I'll happily give each of you a shiny coin.
Oh. Can we burn it?
You sound like somebody I know. But, we had to send him away, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Because he kept burning things as well. That and the meat person. The less said about that, the better, eh? Yeah.
Oh.
It's you see, you need to be careful. Jerry Flynn is a famous gardener. He has been putting great effort into his garden. I hear that he even bought some dust from the first world in order to help it grow. It has grown quite fearsome. But he's terrible for hoarding tools. That's why I want my hedge trimmer back.
Oh, yes. I mean, if he's a famous gardener, you'd think he'd have his own hedge trimmers, wouldn't you? But no.
Exactly. This is what I was saying. This is what I was been saying the other day at the grandma's meeting.
I don't know what
I really
hedge
like
trimmers are.
gardening.
We have
I'll be
meetings.
happy to go and look at his garden and get the hedge trimmers while I'm there. I really like gardening.
Excellent. I'll bake a cake while you're gone, and then we could all have a slice when you return. Yeah. It's at the end of the street. You can't miss it. It's the one with the huge hedge around it. About 3 doors down. Thank you so much, children. It's so nice to know there are good children in the neighborhood who take advantage of poor grandma. She sort of totters around, hands outstretched, feeling for the door until she finds it. And then she opens the door, and sunlight floods into the room, and you hear just the bustle of the city of Absalom outside.
Whoa, fuck me! Whoa! Look at the colour!
Why? Betrayal! Death!
Sameek just walks into the light.
Don't go into the light! Don't go into the
He's
light!
already out there in the.
Oh, he's
in the front of
gone!
it.
Oh,
Isn't he
and he
would
only
like
just
to,
got his toys.
Isney would like to go up to Grandma Boots, go in her pouch and just get out a handful of mushrooms and say, "As it's your birthday, would you like a mushroom?"
I thought you meant go into her pouch and go some of your own stuff. Happy birthday.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much, young lady. I'll make sure to cook this into something very nice.
They're very
And,
tasty.
I'm sure they are. You're quite the young gardener. I'm sure you'll like it very much. Why couldn't Meowsable be nice like this? She sort of totters off as you step outside. Imagine kind of as you go outside, it's like a snap pan out to just this incredibly busy street on Absalom with people moving to and fro all over the place, vendors selling their wares, wagons thundering past. horses and people on horseback as you step out into the sun. And as you look down the street, you can see indeed at the end of the street there is one of the houses has a huge garden with a great hedge growing up around it. People just move past you. Occasionally people see you and kind of give you a bit of a funny look, but most people are just so busy they're just stepping around you as they go.
All right, head down to the hedge.
I am a gog.
I don't
let's
like
go
it
to the
and I
hedge.
want to go home.
You're not a god, you're a kobold, and never forget that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought I was a gog when I was a little kobold, you know.
Kobold's first contact.
Yeah.
You make your way just in shock just through this sea of legs going past you as you all kind of just make your way along. I imagine it's a bit like when you see the Muppets going out in a group.
Yeah.
They're all sort of together.
Yeah.
It's just big people. All...
It's nice imagining that there's just like 3 puppets walking in down, like bouncing around like Kermit the Frog.
Did you ever used to do Muppet Run at when you're like a group? If you get a group, if you see like a shop window or something, you all bunch together as much as you can, and then you all just run past it all together, trying to move your legs as little as possible.
Nope.
No.
That was
Oh,
so you had a golden childhood, mate.
You've
So
never
what,
lived,
right?
you lot.
Idyllic.
And then we went scrumping for apples.
Unbelievable. You missed out, guys. You missed out. Right.
Well, perhaps we
So
could
you make
live
your-
those glory days through this role playing.
Exactly. That's most of what I wanted to do this adventure, is to relive the glory days of Muppet Run. You make your way to the end, to Jerry Flynn's house. For those of you reading the module, he's called Jaron Flynn. That's not at all what he was. I glanced at it and I pronounced it as a cheery Irish name. So now he's Jerry Flynn, the man who steals gardening tools. Jerry Flynn's garden has a huge, sweeping, thorny hedge all around it, and indeed it seems to have enveloped part of the house, and you can see no easy way through the thorns. There are great bougainvilleas up there with beautiful purple flowers, but each have very sharp-looking thorns extending from it. There does not seem to be a garden gate, so you'll need to find some way through.
Isn't he?
It's the same that I used at my only scroll of burning hands, really, isn't it?
Can I have a little
No,
perception,
wait.
see if I can find...
Isn't you are one with nature. You can move them. You speak the languages of the leaves.
I don't think I can actually speak to
Do it.
That seems like a very strange thing to be able to do.
I rolled a 23 on my
Just
perception.
check in. I don't think I do.
Okay. See, 23 on your perception. Yeah, I don't think you can control plants.
No,
at level
I
1.
definitely don't have anything that
Yeah.
controls or even speaks to plants.
So, but yeah, with that high perception, you can see that there is a path through. You can see you should be able to. You can probably carefully pick your way through. You could try and hack your way through, and if you had ranged weapons, you could. Like slashing weapons basically will take down bit sections of this tree or
Knives
anything like
and
that.
stabbing weapons.
Knives and stabbing weapons might be able to do that as
trowels.
well. But
I've found a little way through. Look, we can get through here. This'll be fine.
it'll be it's James's favourite skill. It is acrobatics
Hey.
to try and slip through the thorns to try and duck
go
underneath
first.
them without taking damage.
Yeah, I'll go first. Check this out. Yeah, hero. Ooh, actually, I rolled pretty good. He said to himself.
22 for Rin.
A 22. Rin makes it through the hedge without
One
taking
day-
any damage from the
One
thorns.
day you will understand, Dan, that everything can be solved with acrobatics. It is just the key skill. You can apply it to anything.
It's a wonderful skill. What did everyone else get?
I don't
14.
have acrobatics on my sheet, so is it just dexterity?
It's just a straight up. Yeah, you're just going to add your dex bonus.
Okay.
Which for Isni is going to be a 2.
It's a 2, yeah. In that case, I got 11.
11, that is a fail. I can tell you Grimnir, a 14 is a fail. And Colin, what we got
16.
for Esme? 16, that is just a success. So the two of you make it through without taking any scratches. However, Isni, and Grimnir, you are both scratched by thorns on the way. Grimnir, you take 2 points of piercing damage. Isni, you take 2 points of piercing damage as well. You don't have to roll for Precious. Precious is small enough that she can stay underneath you as you do it.
Ow! Well, I told you just to talk to the hedge. Why didn't you talk to the hedge?
I mean, I don't think it would have done any good. I'm sorry, Grimnir. I just don't think it would have done any good.
What can we see, Dan?
So, looking out, there is a luscious lawn of sort of foot-tall grass that has collapsed under its own weight and bent back on itself. Beyond that, you can see what looks like a labyrinth of rose bushes built up, and in the very centre of them, you can see the top of a curious structure. It has a domed roof, and it sits upon 4 pillars, and there is a big glass case in the middle of it. It is that most famous and deadly of foes in role-playing games. It is a gazebo. Which anyone who has read the meme about fighting a gazebo, or indeed anyone who has done a LARP and had to put up a gazebo in bad weather, knows that that is the bane of adventurers. But it is stood in the very middle of this labyrinth of rose bushes. And as you look around, you can see that there seems to be something moving around in the long grass. You can see the long grass kind of moving here and there, as if something is kind of pushing its way through it. What would you like to do, heroes?
Let's head towards the gazebo, I guess.
Yeah, Grimnir just meticulously picks out the thorns that might still be in the sewn-on wings on the back of her waistcoat. And I guess, we head towards where the thing is moving. Grandma Boots said hedge trimmer, didn't she?
Said hedge trimmer.
We've got, little to no idea what that could be.
Nope.
So I
got
guess we
no
go
idea what a hedge trimmer is.
Towards a hedge trimmer that moves.
Bring us this hedge trimmer. The trimmer that's at the hedges, we will find it.
So as you start moving towards the moving sight in the grass, it turns and starts moving towards you, and eventually the grass parts, and an enormous badger, bigger than any of you, appears out of the grass, snuffling, and looks at you. It has a collar around its neck on which is hanging a little tag which says Madam Trunch Snuffle.
Hello. Oh, you're very cute. What are you?
And growls faintly.
I've not seen anything like you before. Oh, aren't you lovely? No, Precious. Precious, stay away. Don't hiss at it, Precious. Come on now. Be nice.
A song once, and the badgers like mushrooms. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, well, I've got plenty of mushrooms.
I know this saga. I know this as well. For they were all afeard of the reptiles that lived in the grasses.
Yeah.
Well, let's try giving it some mushrooms then. I take out some mushrooms and sort of offer the mushrooms to the badger.
You take out some mushrooms, you place them on the ground. The badger is just starting to sniff Rin in an interested fashion because of the molasses when it turns and sees the mushrooms. And then it turns and just starts chewing, it starts gobbling down the mushrooms, gratefully eating them up, and then kind of looks up at you expectantly. And then suddenly there is just a rumble from within it. And the badger is sick all over you.
Sick badger.
Sick badger.
The badger, Madam Trunchsnuffle.
No. Oh dear, I think I might have accidentally given it one of the poison mushrooms. Oopsie.
Well, I'll still be tripping balls.
Yay! That was a really like far out reference there to another badger from the Danger Club podcast.
I guess it might have been too much to ask that we were going to solve an encounter in a game through the internet's earliest meme video. It's going to be a bit too easy.
That's good calling it back.
Badger.
Yeah, The badger's eyes just kind of go wide, the pupils dilate, and it kind of stares off into the middle distance as it begins to digest the mushrooms. And then it kind of just crawls back from you and just kind of curls up on the floor and just whines and goes, and then it's sick again on the floor. And it just sort of sits there ignoring you now. You have
It's all
subdued the badger.
Let's
Give
go.
it
I think we should move on very quickly away from the badger. I feel very bad for what I've done.
Give about 4 hours, you'll be back to Rise Rain.
I mean, depending on the dosage and the size of the badger, that could be a whole 8 hours there, mate. Scott the
Don't
player's
tell you
got a lot of
that, though.
sympathy.
Don't
A
go
lot
on
of
a bad
sympathy for
one.
this badger. But yeah, as characters, we got to move on, haven't we? Leave this badly tripping badger all on its own, introspective nightmare. It's horrible, isn't it?
Terrible friends.
All right, let's go to the gazebo.
This should be a
The
pub I drank,
badger
actually.
is just left lying on its back, just sort of looking at its paws with a look of shock as you wander off and leave it there, lying in the grass. You make your way into the labyrinth of roses. I'll put Bestiary 2 away. That was the only monster from Bestiary 2. There you go, tripping badger. As you make your way into the roses and you start to try and find your way through. So I need a skill check to try and get your way through. You could have give you a nature check, maybe a survival, if you want to know to find your
Acrobatics.
As he somersaults.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything's acrobatics.
Everything.
It is the gate and key
No.
of the sciences, Dan. Acrobatics.
Tell me how you find your way through a labyrinth of roses using acrobatics.
Backflipping. And
right.
front crawls and rolls, and then doing sort of the side-to-side handstand. That's how you do it. I'm rolling it. Oh, I rolled a good. So I got 23 on my acrobatics check.
You do some amazing backflips. They don't even slightly help you to find your way, but you look great doing it.
Sweet.
You look like when you get stuck in Tomb Raider and you can't work out where to go, so you just backflip everywhere just to pass the time.
The druid of the group, who has a really good nature skill, rolled a 2, so I got 8.
Roll 2, good.
Sweet.
Can they try again?
I got a 4 on a survival check.
Wait a minute.
So,
Wait a minute, Candice. Can't you roll? Haven't you got a feat that gives you you can roll 10 or something like that?
Oh yeah, I've got assurance.
There we go.
I can
That's,
tell you this
So
much.
that means
It's
I've got to do that.
athletics.
all right. So Isney doesn't get tired at all while doing this. I can tell you that. As you're making your way through. Yeah, because it's a free RPG Day adventure, so all the characters were designed while Paizo were drunk. Most likely. That's why you got characters with weird abilities. So you make your way through, and as you do, as you're making your way through, you look up, and you see that Samik has a flower in his hair. And as you're looking, you see another flower just creeping up on him, just bobbing through the air. And weaving itself into his hair as well. And then several more just start floating up until Samik is beginning to be covered in flowers. They seem to be hovering of their own accord.
You appear to have something on your head there.
I know. What? I don't understand what this is actually.
It's flowers, Simi.
Yeah, I know it's flowers, but I don't know why they're creeping all over. Oh my god! No, the flowers.
Oh, we should probably get those off of you.
Yeah, do.
I'll start
Has
trying to pull
anyone-
the flowers off him.
Anyone seen Annihilation? Is it Natalie
Yeah.
Portman? There's also a
Yeah.
book on it as well. That
Yeah.
bit when they walk into the gardens
Yeah.
and yeah.
We better get these flowers off him quick.
Can I make an attack on them straight away?
To attack the flowers?
Yeah.
Go ahead, make an attack.
Or should I attack the flowers?
Said it now, Cole. You said it, hadn't you? Hey,
Yeah.
you said the words, didn't you? Hey.
I said can. I didn't say I'm going to. Dan's reaction made me think, oh, maybe not. Can I make I don't know, I've got a lore check. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
See.
Oh, that's okay. Can I just cast Read Aura on the flowers to find out what they are and what they're doing? Does that work like that?
it'll tell you if they're magic items. It will. It's similar to magic because Readora is actually what we use detect magic for a lot of the time on the show, because we can never be bothered with the specifics of how detect magic works in sort of in rules as written. But Readora tells you if something is magical, and I can tell you these flowers are currently under a magical effect. They're not magical in themselves, but there is magic active upon them until they have settled on Samik, in which case the aura fades away and they're no longer magical. The airborne ones, however, are being affected by magic.
When they land upon you, they go inert.
So attacking.
No, they go on his head.
They go inert.
On his head.
So chopping the flowers off won't. I don't know.
I mean, I could chop the flowers off if you want. I mean, they're all over your head.
I mean, fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Are they doing anything? Are they like getting in his orify? Are they trying to kill him?
No, they're literally just like, they're not sticking to him unnaturally. They're literally like threading into his hair. Well, not to his hair, around his horns and kind
Can I
of.
just try and brush them off?
Yeah, you brush them
just
off.
looks nice.
They brush away.
Oh, there we go.
And they disappear. A moment later, you hear. From round one of the corners, you can hear sounds like kittens.
It's gonna have a look.
Tiny baby kittens. You run around the corner to trying to find the kittens. Precious seems particularly excited about this. As you run around the corner, and you are faced with absolutely nothing. As you get around the corner, the noise disappears, and the kittens are not to be seen.
That's very peculiar. I could swear I could hear some kittens then.
As you turn back, Grimnir is luminous. Grimnir is covered, like, it's as if someone has just clicked randomly on the fill key on paint. Like, he's just different colours, glowing different colours. All of his equipment, all of his different bits of his fur, his face and his horns.
I think I must have eaten some of that badger sick. Oh, whoa! You look wicked.
Looks horrified at her scales and her claws and stuff, and goes,
I am abominable. I am light. No.
I think you look pretty cool.
You look very pretty. Very pretty.
No, I'm not pretty.
Yeah.
does it go away? I start rolling around.
You start rolling around. After a while, it begins. After about a few minutes, it starts to fade away. And then you.
Hookclaws. Something is fucking with us.
Yes, there's definitely something very unusual going on here. I don't like it very much. I'd like to go home now, please. Thank you.
What is a head trimmer?
Well, maybe it's something that makes flowers float and people go glowy.
Yeah.
Being a gardener myself, I would deduce from the name that it is something that is used to trim hedges, thereby making them smaller. So I think we're looking for a sharp implement, something very sharp.
Well,
would
I don't know.
probably be right.
That sounds a bit obvious. I mean, you know, well, we want things described as a bit more opaque. Anyway, should we go? Should we go? Keep going.
You hear a sort of a rustle from one of the rose bushes as you're talking.
All right, Russell.
I knew. I could see you doing it. I knew.
There we go.
Will we investigate?
It's Russell Brand. That's where he's been all these years. No, it's so.
Probably Russell
Go
Crowe.
ahead. Oh, that would be tough. It's a level 1 adventure. You can't fight Russell Crowe. Right, go give me some perception checks. Determine the specific Russell that you are dealing with.
That is a 12 from Rin.
Isn't he got a 24?
Nice.
24.
22.
8.
22. Oh, I'm glad Grimnir got this one. Isn't he as well? Samik, what did you get?
8.
8. Alright, don't worry about that. But the two of you who got over 20, you look around and you see a pair of reptilian eyes watching you from within one of the bushes. And as it moves forward, you see a tiny snout poke out, and then a pair of horns as a little blue draconic face stares out at you from amongst the things. It's about the size of a chicken, kind of. So it's not very big. Its little face peers out at you and looks at you all.
Grimnir immediately goes forward a little bit and then kneels and then prostrates herself and just like exposes the belly on the ground and is like, "My lord, or lady, liege, I should have gone with liege, my liege."
It cocks its head and looks at you, a little uncertain, and then looks at the rest of you. And in your minds, you hear a voice just say, "What are they?"
Oh, hello there. My name's Isney. You're very cute. What are you?
Nirelini.
What?
It
You
looks.
really?
Nirelini. It steps out from the bushes and flutters, and as it does, sort of glitter falls from its wings as it hovers in front of you. This tiny little blue dragon. As it looks around, if anybody has, if anyone wants to do a recall knowledge check, so you can give me a nature, will do it. Arcana would as well, actually.
I'll go for a nature.
Yes.
15 on Arcana.
I got 14 on nature.
Okay. With a 15, you know that you're dealing here with a fairy dragon. Fairy dragons are dragons from the first world, which is where the Fae come from. They are mischievous creatures. They are, technically speaking, dragons. They are both Fae and dragon. They are particularly well disposed to mischief, and they are very well disposed to those who share in their own pranks. People who find their jokes funny, they like. It's sort of as it's fluttering, a rose just kind of gets plucked from one of the things, floats down, and just lands on Rin's head.
Was that you doing the flowers on Rin? Oh.
Rin picks off the flower and goes, "Oh,
Oh, well, I've learned that every rose has its thorn. There, look at that.
It looks at you curiously. You seem to have its attention, like it seems to be interested in you. It certainly isn't hostile. And then a bee flies past, and it kind of looks at the bee as if it's kind of immediately begins to sort of lose interest in all of you.
Oh no!
To retain its interest, and knowing that which I do about the fairy dragons, I just whisper something like that to the rest of the guys and go,
Go with it, it likes pranks.
and I push Samik over.
You push me over. In your brain, you just hear laughter echoing in your own heads, sort of clear as a bell.
While I'm on the floor, I'd like to scissor my legs around. Sorry, I've forgotten your character's name already. Right.
You mean the one I typed on the screen for you?
Yeah, I'm so bad. Just to scissor my legs around him and just trip him up as well. Her up, sorry.
You trip. You both fall to the ground, and the dragon continues to laugh. It says, "You are funny. You are all funny."
Quick, tell a joke. Do you know any jokes?
Quickly, Rin, do the jokes.
Do the jokes that you know, Rin. Quickly, do the jokes.
You want a joke?
Yeah.
All right. How do you make a duck famous?
Don't know.
You put it in the oven till it's Bill Withers.
How did I ask?
Oh, you wanted a joke?
I mean, that's quite sad as well, because he passed away a couple of months ago.
Well, you're all right.
Make a perform check, you horrible person.
Oh, that's a 15.
Oh, come on.
So if we go back to
Success.
Grandma Bootsy,
Yeah.
will Grandma
love my
give
jokes.
us her hand? As in Grandma's
Yeah.
hand. That's a Bill Withers song for anyone that knows. Thank you
nice.
very much.
Oh, and I was having such a lovely day. God.
Ah.
Irelini, the fairy dragon, laughs. I like your jokes. I have a very dark sense of humour about dead celebrities. If I come with you, will you tell me more jokes about dead people?
Yeah. Absolutely,
Yes,
yeah.
Only if we can sort of worship you as well.
Well, she can.
Yes. I will be your god, and you will bring me tasteless jokes in return, and I will laugh and sit upon a throne of them.
God, do you know what a hedge trimmer is?
The thing you seek, my child, is in the halls of glass, within the pillars. Am I doing it right? Is this how gods talk?
This is how gods
Yes.
talk. It's great.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's alright, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yes,
I
it
don't
feels
know.
like-
I've never met a god before, but it sounds good.
Right, we need to go and get the hedge trimmer, and then we'll come back and tell you a joke.
Well, could you, oh God, could you just go and get it for us? Yeah.
You ask much of your god. Your god is an angry god. And then she blows a
Grimnir.
tiny little puff of smoke.
Grimnir immediately slaps Rin on the arm.
Fool, do not question the ones above us.
Oh, no. No, well, shall I tell another joke? I've got one
No,
about Jake.
no,
Yes.
no. Quit
Tell
while
me
you're
more
ahead.
jokes.
Alright. I'll save that one.
We'll come back and tell it in a moment. Is that all right? We'll go and get the hedge trimmer. We'll be back.
Excuse me,
Beware
God.
of shellfish. She says enigmatically.
Okay, God. Bye.
God. God,
Yes.
what do you want this? What do you want your first religion to be called?
Something cool. She floats back,
about-
just sort of giving you an eye, like nodding knowingly at you. Just sort of floats backwards into the hedges, and it's like, oh, it's really sharp.
It could be the order of...
Oh,
Grimnir has never been cool in her life and immediately starts sweating about this decision, this solemn task bestowed to her as she goes
We
and
could
joins
be-
the others to look for the hedge trimmer.
We could be the order of the golden bums. Let's go get hedge trimmer.
you push your way. You push your way through, and you see in the lawn in the middle a great gazebo rising up in the centre with pillars around it, with a glass case in the middle, and inside you can see all manner of gardening implements in there that Jerry Flynn has left locked up for when he returns to do his gardening. Everything looks pretty quiet right now. As you go up, examine the glass case. You can see that there is a padlock on it, but you might be able to get it open. If any of you have thievery, you might be able to pick the lock. Otherwise, you might be able to just break the. You might be able to break the glass to get through. And it's a strength check to break the glass, or it's thievery to pick the lock.
All right.
I'm a pretty good thief.
Can I just keep an eye out? Because I'm pretty sure either one of those two things is going to trigger something pretty bad.
Yep.
So Grimnir would just like to keep a reptilian, scaly little eyelided eye out for stuff.
Rin would like to
Very
try and
good
pick.
idea.
Yeah, Rin would try and like to pick the lock. With
Okay.
ooh, 'tis good. 22.
A 22, that is a success. You manage to pick the lock. As you work away at it, the lock eventually clicks, and you're able to remove it quietly from it and open the glass door. Inside the glass case, there are a number of things. So there is a long stick with blades on the end of it that has sort of a mechanical thing that comes down to the bottom where you can press a button and the blades will just spin around really fast. That is stacked up there. There is also, the closet also contains a hatchet, a dagger, two flasks of alchemist fire, an oil of potency, some snares, and a first aid kit containing 3 antidotes, and there are loads of gardening tools and things around here. If you like trowels, there's a lot of trowels. There's rakes,
Isney is immediately
secateurs.
on all the trowels, looking at them all.
I'll take the
Bounty
antidotes, even though I don't know what I'm doing with them.
Rin takes the alchemist's fire.
I guess Grimnir takes the thing that we've come here to get. Then, right? How big is the hedge trimmer?
Yeah.
You can pick it up. It's like a pole arm for you, but you can take it.
Isney, can the small furry dragon carry this on its back?
Oh, you mean Prethus?
Yes,
don't know.
precious fine.
Prethus. Come here, Prethus. Come here, Prethus.
Strapping a hedge trimmer to a cat.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what this TTRPGs are for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do it, man.
Precious looks at you, uncertain.
It's all right, Prethus. It's a good girl. Yeah, you are. Who's Mummy's special little girl? Stay still now. Quick, do it now. Quick, do it now.
Precious
I've got
purrs and is distracted. What are you going to use to tie a hedge trimmer to a cat?
I've got nothing to tie it to the cat for. I was just hoping someone else would do it. So I just balance it carefully upon the cat's back. Step back.
Are there any cable ties or anything?
Cable, yeah, there's cable. Yeah, Candice, there are cable ties in the. There's that little green little tie that you use for runner beans sitting in there. But you do have clothing, like any strips of clothing you can use.
I do have an adventurer's
I'm wearing a
pack.
dress.
Oh right, adventurer's pack. You've got rope. If you got an adventurer's pack, you've got some rope, so you're able to tie. Oh my goodness, you make a craft check. So you're adding your intelligence bonus if you don't have any skills in it.
It's a natural 20. Why don't I get it in battle? I get it when I'm trying to strap a hedge trimmer to a cat. Why?
That's
I
hilarious.
can't kill anything.
You've got a cat with a hedge trimmer tied to it.
Yay!
The hedge trimmer just starts whirring as Precious moves around. You all have to kind of step back as this spinning blade is around. Anywhere Precious looks, the spinning blade just moves around and just sides through the grass.
All right. Well, we've got what we came here for. Let's go back, shall we?
There is a rumbling as you do this.
Oh, I
ground,
didn't think
and
that
you
would
start to
happen.
see the ground start to shake around. And nearby, suddenly, a red claw bursts up out of the from between the grass and starts to clack. A little further off, another one does, and then another and another, as 4 enormous lobsters start pulling themselves up out of the ground, making this with the doll the single adventure which would terrify my wife most in the world. 4 lawn lobsters burst up out of the ground, ready to attack you. Roll for initiative.
All right.
Ooh.
It's an 11 for Isney.
11 for Isney.
It's an 18 for Rin.
18 for Rin. Good.
9.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Yep.
Grimnir.
13.
13. Not great rolls.
All right.
So I can tell you that 3 of the lobsters will be acting before any of you will.
Okay.
Fortunately, the lobsters need to spend 1 action to climb out of the ground where they are, and 1 action to scuttle over to where you are. So they will use 2 actions. So they will only get a single action. But there are 4 of them. They're pretty dangerous. So one of them comes, the first one comes crawling over, and it is going to go after Samik. It comes lunging at you with one of its deadly claws.
Now
That is a 19.
I have an attack of opportunity, though, don't I?
You do, yes. It comes within your reach. So yeah, go ahead and make an attack of op.
Okay. Oh, that is 32. 22.
22's a hit.
Yeah. All right.
Someone's loving playing a fighter.
Yeah. And that's quite good damage. That's 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. I can tell you that does not kill the creature.
Okay.
Gets real close. You come in and you just slam the spear into it as it comes. You find a chink in its armor as you get through, and it just runs up the blade because it's skewered on, and just reaches out and snaps at you for a 19 with its claw.
19. I think that hits. Yep, just gets me.
Okay. So you take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And can I get a fortitude save, please?
Yep. You can.
Because these are poisonous lobsters.
Of course they are. Where is my fortitude? Okay. Here we go. That's quite good. 26.
26, you pass. You're not affected by the poison just yet.
Fantastical.
The next one is going to go after Isni. Natural 20 from the lobster.
Shit.
That is some critical lobster damage. The lobster hits you for... Ooh. The lobster runs up and snaps you for 10 points of damage with its claw. And I need a fortitude save from you.
Okay. Make the save. Yeah, I really need to make the save. It's a 12.
It's a 12. That is a fail. Means you're going to take some more poison damage. Isni.
This could be
Isni
it.
takes another 3 points of poison damage, and you are enfeebled 1. So you're on minus. Oh, Isni is down to. You are.
Yeah, I had
drops
2
to
left,
0.
So, yeah. And
Disney's
down. Down.
Now this is important. Was it the poison damage or the hit
Yeah,
that dropped
it
you
was,
to 0?
it was the second.
Poison.
Yeah.
So that means you go to dying 1, not dying 2, because it wasn't the critical that dropped you to 1. So you are dying 1. Isni just gets hit with one of the claws and goes down.
Now, party dynamics wise, that was the healer.
The third one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Yes, it was.
Uh-oh. All going well. The next one, these lobsters are nasty. I'll tell you I shouldn't tell you, but the difficulty for fighting this encounter is called extreme. Difficulty extreme. The next one is going to go after Rin. Let's go after Rin. That's another natural 20. Oh, bad mood.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Even lying.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. 6 on the die. Max damage. Making a TPK with lobsters. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
Oh, he's down.
Wow.
You are on
Rin's down
dying
as well.
2.
Yeah, dying too.
Rin's down to 2 of you have gone down to these lobsters.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Importantly, now that crucially, Isni is down, what is Precious doing? Because Precious has the hedge trimmer attached to their back.
Yep. Oh, Precious is going nuts. Precious we'll say Precious is going to start acting on their own, on Precious's own initiative, or on the same as we'll act on Isni's initiative. But Precious is going to try and fight this fight out. Oh my god. So we have 2 people down from the first flurry of lobsters, but there's still 2 of you and a cat with a hedge trimmer tied to it in this fight. So not all is lost. Rin, we wait for. Rin goes to AC 23.
Well, if it's my go, I make a death saving throw, and if I don't get it, I die. I think.
So you move to. No. Nope. You move to before 1 point before the initiative of the creature that dropped you to 0, which means you have a full round before you have to make a saving throw. So more time for everyone else to do that.
Okay.
So you've got a bit of time. All right. So that means the next person to act is Grimnir. This suddenly precarious situation.
I haven't even got like any healing potions or anything on me, so there's nothing I can do to revivify the other two. Colin, Samik got anything on him?
I've got one potion, yeah.
Okay, so can you get to Ismi on your go?
I mean, I can, but at the moment I've got a lobster that's
attacking you. Fear not, I can solve that problem. Grimnir to the rescue. Grimnir would like to use her focus spells ability to cast Gluttonous Jaw upon herself. Her jaw cracking wide open and spewing forth horrible pointed teeth that just pour out of her mouth, and gnashing in a horrible savage way. She jumps on the lobster that's attacking Samik to free him up.
Go on then, make yourself a giant mouth attack.
We'll say that it's because it's sort of a feature of this character's story that none of these spells seem particularly draconic, just as an FYI. It's a 21 to hit on a melee attack.
That does it, that gets it.
Yay! Okay,
Some
so
massive jaw damage.
it's not that massive, but
that one was quite battered anyway. So
that's 7 points of damage, and I get to take 1d6 temporary hit points from the lobster into my own maw.
Oh, so you bite the head clean off the lobster. You bite it in half, and the bottom half just kind of skitters around and collapses. You've killed one of them, and so yeah, you get those temporary hit points. So you add them to yourself, do you?
Yeah, it says.
Lovely.
Yeah. If you hit with your jaws and deal damage, you gain 1d6 temporary hit points.
Amazing. All right, cool. So you add those. You drain the life from the lobster with your massive jaws.
Dragon!
That is brilliant. Have you got any actions left? Or was that?
No, that was a move and a focus spell, so that's me done.
Cool. All right. Very, very nice. Irilini just kind of the little dragon just watches you from the thing. Says, "Flee, my children! Flee from peril!" Samik.
all right, so I'm gonna run over to
Pick a favourite.
I'm gonna run over to Isni.
Ismi.
The healer.
Yeah, the healer.
Yeah.
Isn't
And then pour a potion down the throat. So that's how many actions does
You
that take?
give her a potion, roll your healing. So it's that's basically your whole go. So one action to draw a potion, one to move to her, one to pour it down her throat.
Cool.
But you do manage to give her some healing.
1d8, is it?
1d8.
Okay.
Roll high.
3.
3. So you get 3 hit points back. You open your eyes. So, Isni, you are awake. You're back on 3 hit points. You gain the Wounded 1 condition. That will mean your dying condition will increase more if you get dropped again. But you are no longer dying and you are awake, which is excellent. The 4th Lawn Lobster now has its go. But it can't take it because it's dead. Oh no, that was the one. That was the first Lawn Lobster that's dead. My apologies. That one was killed. We still have one Lawn Lobster who has a go, and that Lawn Lobster is going to move over and is going to attack Precious. Goes after Hedge Trimmer Cat. That is going to be 19 on the die for a. You can tell it's free RPG
that's
day
a
again.
hit.
It's 28. So it hits Precious for 5 points of claw damage, and Precious needs to make a Fortitude save.
Okay. She
DC
is still
17
standing
Fortitude.
at the moment. Fortitude is 8.
8, that's a fail. Take another 4 points of poison damage. Precious is poisoned. You got a poisoned cat with a hedge trimmer attack to it.
And
but
she's
it
down
is
to
your go.
0 hit points.
She's
Oh, no.
the cat's down.
Cat's down.
Oh god, this is just sad music playing as lobsters burst up everywhere. God, my wife's right. Lobsters are terrifying. Isney, it is your go.
Right. No, when you said I can cast heal on lots of people, was that 3 actions?
You
or 2
can
actions?
for 3
That's
actions.
3
Yeah,
actions.
you can
Okay.
cast it and it'll hit
I'm
everyone
gonna do
in the
that.
area.
I'm going to do that because
Okay.
I need to give hit points
Do
back
you-
to me and to Rin and to the cat.
Sure. 1d8. 1d8 healing.
That is 8.
8 hit points back to everyone. Rin, you gain the wounded 1 condition. You're no longer dying. You're back on your feet. This is looking tough, however. Right. Lobster number 4. These lobsters, man. Right. Rin, you get a go before the lobster does, however. So what would you like to do next?
I guess I stand up because I'm prone at the moment.
Stand
is that
up.
right?
Yep.
Stand up.
If
and,
you have the skitter
none of them
ability,
hit,
then you
have they?
can move without having to stand up.
No, they haven't.
One of them has, but it's been killed. Of the 3 that are
no.
standing, they are all completely unharmed.
Should we
What's the
run
plan?
for it?
Maybe.
I think. As soon as the claws, I was nearly said, "Oh, I'm going to run for it." It's time to go.
Let's make a run for
Is
it.
the cat? Does the cat get death saving throws, or is the cat just dead?
The cat is back up. The cat got
No,
healed.
'cause I
so the
healed
cat's
it.
back on its feet.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's go. Come on.
Run,
Bye.
run like the
And
wind.
All right.
yeah. Rin just starts running. Thanks for the heal.
You turn and just run away from everyone, leaving them behind. Right, now it's time for one of the lobsters to have a go. One of the lobsters is going to come after. Well, you're a long way away. Their move speed is real slow, so it is not likely to be able to get anywhere near it. It's got a speed of 5, so it moves. It's going to double move to get over to where Samik is, which will provoke from Samik.
Yep. Here we go.
So
That's going to hit. That is 26.
Nice.
it's a hit.
Yep. Okay. That's 14 points of damage.
Oh,
Max
brutal.
damage.
Not dead. Not feeling good.
Okay.
Okay, so you whack it, but it has 1 action left, which means it's coming at you with the claws. 19.
It's going to hit.
Minimum damage. You get the free RPG Day logo pop up on the die, but for some reason, unlike every other die, the custom logo is on the 1 rather than on the 20. So you take 2 points of damage, and let's have a fortitude save.
Of course, the fortitude save. Yes, yes. I've forgotten what it is. Just give me a memento. Come on. No, my fingers are too. Da 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 da. Right,
Are your fingers too sweaty?
I think
Aren't
I
your
just,
fingers
I just,
famously dry?
I just moisturised. That is 16.
16. You passed the saving throw. You're not poisoned. You're just hanging in there. All right, that is going to be Grimnir's go.
Grimnir sees another lobster going for Samik and would like to pounce on it and bite its head off, please.
All right, you jump on. You try and bite the other lobster.
Oh, I just rolled off the table. Oh god, I've got a tiny table.
Oh, so much stress.
It's a 16.
A 16, no good. AC 20. You bite it. It does not get through its thick carapace. You've got an
for my
action left.
final action, I would like to cast the shield spell because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get lobstered in a minute.
Oh, there's a good chance. You summon up some shield over you again, trying to protect you from the lobster. Grimnir standing his ground. Simic.
All right, so this one next to me, just going to hit it. I'm not going to go power attack on this one.
All right.
I'm going to save that for the other one. Hopefully. All right, that is a natural 20.
Oh!
Nice.
So
lovely.
double damage anyway, is that right?
So it is going to be... pierced elbow. Target drops one item it's holding.
Come
That
on.
won't work. Come on. Target lodged in the bone. Target takes 1d6 persistent bleed damage. Roll your full damage. I don't think it'll need bleed, but
Okay, well that's 11 points normal damage. And then bleed damage 2.
2 points of bleed damage. You just skewer. You skewer the lobster just as it was reaching out for Grimnir, and she backs away from it. You have defeated another lobster. 2 down, 2 left to go.
I've still got
We can
another.
do this.
I've still got another action. I've still got
Oh,
2
oh.
actions actually, because that was only 1 action. So
Oh, it's that point in the fight, isn't it?
can I? Am I near enough to one of the other lobsters to just do my power attack?
You got reach.
Cool.
Yeah, you can do that.
Here we go. Power attack. That is going to be a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
All
Just.
right, here we go. Power attack. 2 of these. 5, 9, 13 points of damage.
Oh, 13 points of damage. It is not enough to kill the. Lobster. It knocks it down, but it's just too tough.
All right.
That's all you got now, isn't it?
That's all I got.
Simic. Yeah, it's your go. Sorry, Simic. Let's cross off one of these lobsters. That lobster is dead. So we go back to the top of the round. Isni, what's it going to be? Are you going to run? You going to stay and fight? What's
She looks
Blade Cat gonna
around.
do?
She looks at Rin, who's running away. She looks at Grimnir and Smeek, who appear to be staying and fighting, and she's very confused. She looks at Precious, who's got the hedge trimmer on her back, and she just says, "Run, Precious, run, my dear!" And then she stands her ground and turns around to face the lobsters, while she tells Precious to run away.
Okay.
So
that
I would
gives
like to cast. Sorry.
So one action activates Precious. Basically, then Precious double moves and just runs off through the hedgerow, just clearing a path as she goes, because she's got a hedge trimmer on the front, so she just plows through all the foliage as she goes, cutting a path. You have 2 actions left. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Ray of Frost on.
Nice.
Are either of these lobsters damaged yet?
One of them is badly hurt. Yes.
I would like to cast Ray of Frost on that lobster, please.
Go ahead. Roll to hit. Time for some big damage here.
6. It's 12, so it's an 18.
18. An 18 is not enough, I'm afraid. It hits the lobster, but it doesn't get through its armor. It doesn't do enough to do any damage. These things are tough. That is bad, because it means that they're going to get to have a go. So first of all, one of the surviving lobsters. Oh, it's looking at its targets. It is going to. It is going to use 2 moves to try and get up to Grimnir, because Grimnir moved away from all the other ones. God, they're so slow. It gets finally up to Grimnir, goes ahead and makes a claw attack. Oof, it's only an 18.
It is higher than my AC.
Oh, it just gets you in that case. It deals 5 points of damage. We need a fortitude save.
12.
12, that's a fail. There's more poison damage coming on. It's 1 point of poison damage.
Okay. Sort of negates all the temporary hit points I took from the gluttonous jaw. I wonder which one of us is going to tire out first.
Rin.
So Rin, looking back over his shoulder, sees that everyone's not running and goes,
Sorry about
all
that.
right. No, that's all right. He uses one of his movement points one of his actions to move back vaguely within range, and then picks up just a stone or something in the garden and hurls it at the injured lobster.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That is 24.
24's a hit.
Yes. Oh, it's max damage. That's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You obliterate the lobster. He smashes to pieces with the rock. There's only one lobster left. I cannot believe we might be staring down you defeating these lobsters. But it is... that's the lobster that just went, so it doesn't have a go. Oh no, running out of lobsters. Take Medicine Trunch Snuffle off the initiative order. Grimnir, it's your go.
I'm biting that lobster. I'm having crawfish for lunch. That's what Grimnir's doing.
All right.
It's exactly 20. It's a filthy, ignoble 20.
Oh, an ignoble 20 will hit that lobster.
Yes.
Crunch.
Exactly.
5 points of piercing damage, and I get this many hit points back. 4.
I could do this all day.
Just chewing on a lobster, just trying to get the meat in its claws while it's trying to bite you, trying to snap at you back. Oh, horrible, horrible. Right, you've got, I think, one action left. Move and attack. You've got one more. You can make what? Can you make multiple attacks with your jaws? If your jaws are active, then you can keep using them.
Because it's only one action to do another attack, right?
It's going to be hard
Yeah,
because
okay.
you get -5, but
Yeah, so this is basically just a straight roll on the... no, it's an 18. I think I'll need an
18.
actual 20 for
No
that.
good. Close, but not quite. Okay, Simiq.
Right,
we
sorry,
put
mate.
this last
Yeah,
one down?
let's do this. Power attack on that lobster. Here we go.
This is
Come
so
on. Oh. It's a 1.
tense. Oh no!
It had to end at some time.
Colin has had so many ones. Oh my god. Simiq,
Yep.
clip to your hand. You
Okay.
take 1d8 persistent bleed damage.
Okay.
So you're going to take... Where's my d8? You take 4 points of bleed damage, and you are bleeding. So unless you get healed, you're going to keep bleeding. You have to make
Okay.
a DC 15 flat check. I think stop bleeding. DC 12.
Okay.
Oof, not good. You got one action left though.
Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on, big boy. That's better. That is a 28.
A 28. That's a hit.
Yeah, critical?
It's not critical. No, you're 2 off a critical.
All right. Okay. Well, that's still 14 points of damage. Max damage.
And you kill the final lobster.
Yeah!
Yes.
Oh my god. You slam the spear in, and the final lobster dies. Do you have any healing to stop the bleed that is currently on currently affecting?
I haven't got any
Or do you want to make a
potions.
medicine check to try and stop the bleeding?
I can.
I think Isni, you can make a
I
medicine.
guess
Could try a medicine check.
Yeah,
Do
if
it.
you've got medicine, you can give it a go.
+6 to my medicine, so. That is a 12,
Otherwise
so
you'll
that's
be
an
rolling some more
18.
It's horrible bleed damage.
18. Does that get me?
18. Let's have a look. Stop bleeding. It's the same as the effect that caused the bleed. Just roll. Which is DC the creature did it. 18 does it. You stop the bleeding.
Leave me
Simiq
here. Just leave
stops
me.
bleeding.
Just go. Just leave me take the hedge trimmer.
You hear screams from the
What?
street. as Precious clears through the next row of hedges and runs out into the busy street, hedge trimmer whirring. You're able to follow her out of the garden and eventually kind of get control of her again, and take her back, with people now getting the hell out of the way of you and your hedge trimmer cat. As you make it back your way back to Grandma Boots' house. Grandma is waiting for you with a fresh baked cake as you arrive. She says, a hedge trimmer. Did you have any trouble?
No, not really.
Nah.
No, I don't think so, no.
No, you're such good children.
We did meet God.
Yeah, God was there. They say hello.
The the little fairy dragon flutters in behind you with glitter falling from her wings. And says, yes, I am God. I am just one of you. The grandma counts out some coins for each of you and says, here's some pocket money for all of you. You can buy yourself some nice things. I think Grandma needs to make sure she doesn't lose her glasses again. It will be terrible if I have to do any magic, like this. Well, off you trot, all of you. And I'm sure you want to be getting back to your mummies and daddies.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Thank you, strange feline.
Can I pick up her glasses on the way and just take them with me?
You take her glasses. What nice children, she says, as you all disappear back down the hatch, accompanied by the dragon. The dragon says, well done, my children. Now, I will reveal my plans for conquest. And you disappear back into the earth with your dragon, having become heroes of the Kobold nation. Yay. And that, Lobster Slayers, is where we will leave it for the adventures of the Hookclaw tribe.
All
well
right.
done.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much, Candice, for joining us. Thank you. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been really good fun. Thanks, guys.
You were terrific. Thank you, everyone who has worked to make this happen, to turn it around so quickly. We hope you enjoy it. If you like this adventure, call your local game store, get them to put one aside for you. The PDF will be available from Paizo at some point. They usually leave it a month or so, and then you can download the PDF for free, so you'll be able to play that as well. And when you do buy something, support your local gaming stores, because they are where we will all be flocking back to when this is over, to play games and see each other. And we will see you tomorrow on Monday for a brand new episode of the main show of the Danger Club podcast, and then we'll see you later in the week for some Gen Con content as well. It's going to be a busy one, and we're going to have fun. We'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Bye.
Bye.